Report was released today that Glenn Beck has COVID again. This is the second time, and it has hit his lungs, but he's taken ivermectin. And the right-wing radio host who has claimed he's unvaccinated said that the infection is now just getting into his lungs. And you want to avoid that. The conservative talk radio host Glenn Beck has fallen sick with the coronavirus again, this time around the former Fox News host turned conservative media mini mogul said Wednesday afternoon the illness has progressed into his lungs. And I quote, "I'm great, Mark. I am great, Mark," Beck, unquote, Beck told followers, a fellow right-wing radio star, Mark Levine, during his daily radio program, despite having COVID and seeing the destruction of our country, he added. Again, I quote, "Do you have COVID right now?" Levine asked. "Yeah, I do," Beck fired back, adding, "It's COVID-19 starting to get into my lungs today and a little disturbing. I'm on all medications and treatments and everything else, so it's all good," Beck said while letting out a deep cough. Former President Donald Trump's unpaid and unofficial hype man proceeded to ask Beck if he had begun taking a monoclonal antibody cocktail, which has shown to be somewhat effective on persistent COVID-19 cases. But with the new Omicron variant, the treatment has proven largely ineffective, according to multiple studies. And so I think we should offer prayers for Glenn Beck. I think that, Glenn Beck was very popular going back during the, Obama Bertha issue, and he was very interesting on Fox News. He kind of held a college professor class on Fox, and Fox got rid of him for some reason. I don't gotta go back to what it is, but I'm not happy to hear that he has COVID a second time, and now it's entered into his lungs. I'm not happy about that, and I did have some admiration for Glenn Beck and the things that he's that boy Mark Levine. I don't care nothing about him, but I think we ought to pray for Glenn Beck. I think that's something that I would want to ask you to do, and I want to offer our prayers and the Manning Report and the ATLAH Church and its concern for Glenn Beck. Will you do that? And I think that if we do that, I think that it was. I don't want to see him. That thing can take you down. That COVID thing can take you down. I've been telling people not only should you wear a mask, but get the shot if you have to get it. Get it, man, get it. Brother Amen Springfield sent me a note the other day and said his job is requiring him to do it. Then just do it. Go ahead and do it. And if you don't want to do it, I'm not forcing anybody to do it. But if you have to do it, do it. But I'm not happy to hear that news about Glenn Beck. I'm not. In many ways, we were competitive at one time, but it was not. It was just a rivalry that we had in the Tea Party. Going back to those Tea Party years. Those were sane years compared to the MAGA years that we're going through now. Lord, if we could just return to the Tea Party days. And by the way, Nathan N. sent me a note the other day stating that not everybody who's a part of the MAGA nation who want to make America great again is a Trump sycophant. He said there's some people who are populist who want to see America return to its greatness, but they realize what a demonic person Trump is. He said that. And despicable person. But there are some Trump supporters that worship Trump, turn him into a golden cow and an idol. I think they ought to turn him into a golden orangutan. That's what he ought to be. Let me just say this. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a Democrat. Definitely ain't that. I'm not a Republican. Sure enough, stomped on ain't that. I'm not a liberal. Ain't gonna never be. And I'm not a conservative. I'm not that. I'm not a red boy or a blue boy. I'm the Lord's servant. Listen, I'm not here in support of Joe Biden and Camelback ain't Black Harris. The last thing on the planet Earth would be I'd be supporting them. I'm not. I don't have anything kind to say about them. I'm not here in support of Trump or any of the Trump supporters. I'm not. I'm the Lord's servant. I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on the Lord's side. Let's be clear. All right, they'll be calling me a Biden supporter, and I done flipped the wig and this, that, and the other. I did endorse Trump. I'll admit that I did, but not now.